Okay, so today I'm going to give you guys my review of the Minnesota Lynx and the New York Liberty game. Sorry this is late. Kathy keeps scheduling this in Dallas at the same time, but let's get started. So first off, I have to talk about Nafisa Collier, as I always do. One of my clients, one of my favorite players. She had a masterclass again today, okay? 30 points, 9 rebounds, okay? She had 2 assists, 1 steal, 3 blocks. 68.8% field goal percentage, 11 of 16 from the floor, 2 of 4 from the 3, 6 of 9 free throws, 2 turnovers, and 75.2% true shooting. So yeah, Fee having 2 master classes back to back, exactly. MVP coming. She just made it look so easy. She made it look so easy, and I will share some of my favorite plays, but just getting it done offensively, getting it done defensively. She hit this clutch bucket at the end because they were kind of starting to catch up and everything. I just love to watch her play. She just makes it look so effortless. The fadeaway was there, the 3 was there, the mid-range jump shot was there. I just really enjoy watching her play. So yeah, she dominated yet again. What a special player. So I believe that this is her 3, and it's always good to see her hit 3s. I think she had 2 3s this game, so we love that. I believe this was the second 3 that I was talking about. This was the fadeaway jumper, her shot. It's there, it's pure, it's beautiful, it really is. I think this was a possession where she blocked Isabel Harrison like 2 times in the same possession, so she ate that. Pretty sure this was the block on Jonquel Jones, which she was giving Jonquel Jones work, bro. If you look at the highlight from this game, she scored on her multiple times. I think Jonquel might have got a bucket or 2 on her head, but yeah, she just got tough finish after tough finish. She got multiple and ones this game. Yeah, best power forward in the W. I don't care, bro. Like, what she was doing this game was insane. And I think this was the bucket to kind of close it, the clutch bucket, as you see the score. And then her reaction to it, like, she was hyped up. And with today's performance, she has her 5th 30-point game, matching Asa Wilson as a league leader. Exactly. So just showing how dominant that she's been this season. 1st in points, 3rd in steals, 4th in blocks, 4th in field goal percentage, and 21-4 in the win-loss category, okay? Nafisa Collier makes a huge difference for the Lynx. I keep saying it time and time again, and she's just having a phenomenal season. So you just love to see it. You love to see it, okay? Just checking off every box offensively, defensively, and making sure she goes and gets the rebound, unselfish, will set the screen. She'll do anything it takes to win. There's another thing in her favor. So these are her last 3 games. Okay, so the last game, 30 points, 9 rebounds, 69% field goals percentage. The one against Atlanta, 32 points, 8 rebounds, 78% field goal percentage. So 2 really efficient games back to back. And then the game before that, 25 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. Okay, she's been on a tear. She was speaking with ESPN recently, and she said, I think pressure is a great thing. You have to perform well under pressure, and I think I do that. Collier said, the team is mine, period. Clock it. If we win or lose, both will be my responsibility. There's a lot more on your plate, but I think it makes me a better player. And I love this picture. Okay? If he got aura low-key. This was another photo that I liked during the game. Now we go on to Courtney Williams. I mean, you see the stat line, bro. 6 points, 9 rebounds, 13 assists. Okay, I will give her that. And she had this one block, which I was not expecting. She had this one play where the shot was missed. I think she missed a shot. She tips it. It goes to Alana Smith, and then it goes to McBride, and then boom, the 3. The good ball movement of the Lynx. So, you know, she was trying, but yeah, I mean, look at the rest of this. 1 steal, 1 block, 7.7% field goal percentage, 1 of 13 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the 3, 3 of 4 free throws, 1 turnover, and 20.3% true shooting. So I will give her 1 today. What did I say the other day? That I won't give her a 10 because when she plays really good, she plays really good. And when she plays bad, bro. 1 of 13 from the floor. It's performances like this, the Connecticut Sun game where she went scoreless, the Commissioner's Cup game where she has 6 turnovers. Like, this is why I say what I say about Courtney Williams. Because, child, brick after brick after brick. We had an Enrique tribute today, okay? The shots were just a day late and a dollar short, okay? At least she got 13 assists, but good God, like, she did not play well today. That's just period. Almost forgot this for Courtney Williams, but bro, they posted her stats and it said she must think she's Nicki Mule today. Bro, and then UConn fans were quoting this and they're like, she didn't have enough fouls. But like, that was so funny, bro. This is one of the funniest tweets that I've seen. But yeah, scoring wise, she sold. But ciao. Next up, I want to highlight Kayla McBride. So Kayla McBride, yeah, this was a really good game. This was like a signature game for her. 24 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, okay? 57.1% field goal percentage, 8 of 14 from the floor, 5 of 9 from the 3, 3 of 4 free throws, 4 turnovers, which, child, that has to be cleaned up, and 76.1% true shooting. So yeah, she was making it happen. There was this one play where she tried to take the 3, she missed it, and then they got the ball back to her. She relocates, she takes the 3 as well. And yeah, she was doing that, getting crafty, getting some layups, getting some flowers. I thought this was a solid game for her. her really stuff in the stat sheet. So I appreciated this performance. We needed it today, so just thankful she had a good game. I'll look at everybody else for the Minnesota Lynx. So we got Atlanta Smith, 30 minutes, 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 71.4% from the field. So yeah, nice to have her back in double figures. She had some good defensive plays. I'm pretty sure she got a block on Jonquel Jones' head as well. And so yeah, able to get some threes today. So feeling thankful for that for Atlanta Smith. And Shepard, 17 minutes, 8 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 66.7% from the floor. She had this really nice moment in transition, which I could appreciate as well. So she had some good plays today. And then we look at Bridget Carlton, 33 minutes. I think it says 10 points, 33% from the field. I can't see the rest of the stats. And so, yeah, not her most efficient day from the field. Obviously, glad she is in double figures today because, child, I saw someone on Twitter, they called her Brick Dick Carlton. Wait, bro, they do not care. They a Lynx fan and they saw that shit, bro. And while I'm here, I just remember, they literally had like Lynx's pieces to winning a championship. They had Nafisa Collier. They had Courtney Williams. They had, I think Kayla McBride was on there. No, they had Alana Smith, and then they had Shella Reeve. You did your keys to the championship, and Bridget Carlton was nowhere to be. I'm like, bro, they had to have fucked that up because how do you, like, that's such a bad look. But I'm like, bro, they can't be serious right now. I'm sorry. I don't know if anybody else peeped that, but that was so funny to me. But yeah, in double figures. I think she had this one play where she got a steal or poked it away. So she was able to do enough. You know, her and Alana Smith, I always want them in double figures, and they did that for me today. So I'll take it. We continue on. Natisha Heineman, 11 minutes, 10 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 57.1% from the field. So yeah, she was a spark off the bench today. You know, one of her better performances. She came off the bench. She had 2 points in the first half, and then she came off the bench, and then she had like 2 threes in a row. I think she had a layup. You know, she had some good moments. So, you know, a good spark off the bench for us. So I can appreciate that as well. I will say, I don't know why she didn't get more time today instead of Courtney Williams, because like I said, Courtney Williams break after break after break. But, you know, it is what it is. At least she had, you know, the assist. But Diamond Miller, 4 minutes, 0 points, and 1 steal. She should have got more time today. Klindikova recorded nothing. I mean, basically she didn't play. And then, you know, you see everybody else. Now we look at the advanced metrics for today's game. So first quarter, it was tied 24-24. Okay, I think the first half of this game was better than the second half of this game. Does anybody else agree with me? Okay, the second half was still decent to watch. And, like, I think it's because, like, I already knew they were going to win. And even though, like, maybe they wouldn't have had the lead, like, as big as they did, like, at certain parts, it's just, like, you could feel the momentum, I think, because this game was at Target Center. But that first half, like, that first quarter was cinema, okay? A lot of my favorite plays were in the first quarter, bro. They were going bucket for bucket. Both of these teams could have stood to play better defense this game because, you know, 100 to 90-something, like, the defense was not good enough for both teams this game. You know, they sold it that way. We can say those things. But in the beginning, it was cinema. Okay, I think the second quarter was good too as well. So yeah, they both had good defensive plays, but you know, bucket for the most part. In the beginning, I would say we get to the third quarter, they outscore us 20-17, which is interesting because Jonquel Jones spent a fair amount of time on the bench in the third quarter, and then the fourth quarter again closed 31-32. But yeah, I think the first half of this game was better than the second half. Let me know if you guys agree with me down below in the comments. But yeah, first half was cinema, second half was still good. No shade, I still think that the Liberty Sparks game was better this year. So I will say that. And Kathy, I don't know why she took so long to schedule this. If she was real, this would have been the first game of the year. This should have been the first game on the calendar. And then she gave us that Indiana Fever Sky bullshit so people could be racist towards Angel Reese, one of my favorite players. Angel does not deserve that, but bro, this one should have been one of the first games. How are we over 2 months into the season and they just now playing each other, okay? And while I'm here, they spoke 800 times about the finals last year. We get it, they played. Mention that 2-3 times and then let's move on. How are you going to call it a finals rematch and this is regular season? Like, let's pack that up. And then whenever she was asking Fee what her goal is, and it's pretty obvious what the goal is, and if he had to say a championship, like, let's be for real, bro. Biggest leads, Liberty had a 8 lead in the first quarter. We had a 15 lead in the fourth quarter. Continue on to runs. So we had an 18-5 run in the first quarter, an 18-6 run in the second quarter, and Liberty had a 15-4 run in the fourth quarter. Okay, there was another point where I swear they had this run, the Liberty in the game, that was really good and everything like that as well. But yeah, there was a lot of good plays this game. Best player streak, Sabrina Ionescu with 6 and Nafisa Collier with 14 points. Special player. We continue on to the head-to-head metrics. So we got 35 of 72 from the field for New York for the field goals, so 48.6%. Minnesota shot a little bit better, 49.3%, 36 of 73 from the field. From the three, they shot 10 of 28, 35.7%. We were better, 15 of 31. That was one of the big things in this game, okay? You got McBride's threes going in. Fee hits some threes. Courtney Williams somehow got a three. Alana Smith, Bridger, Carlton, bro. Everyone was knocking down threes. Usually, Lynx, we are good for about 10 to 12 threes per game. We're the best three shooting team in the league, right? But to have 15 threes in a game, like, that's really good. That's really good. So I think that was one of the things that helped us in this game. From the free throw line, we evened out 13 to 18, and then we were 13 to 19. The fact that people were missing so many free throws, bro. Sabrina got fouled, and she missed 2 of the 3 free throws. I'm just like, child. Turnovers, 11 to 9. I will say, in the beginning, I felt like the Liberty had more dead ball turnovers, like throwing it out of bounds and stuff like that. I thought we had like more live turnovers and just times making bad passes, like directly to the other person. Some of it's good defense as well. But yeah, I will say that. Rebounding, 49 to 36. We out rebounded, period. And I think that was one of the things I said in the last game or something like that. So I'm glad we have more rebounds. Assists, 28 to 23. Blocks, 7 to 3. Defensive rebounds, 30 to 25. Offensive rebounds, 11 to 6. And personal fouls, we have 14 to 11. And then we continue on points off turnovers. We had 14 to 11. And then points in the paint, 36-44. So they have more points in the paint than us. Fast break points, 14 to 9. Yeah, that makes sense that they did better than us in transition. They had a lot of really good transition buckets in this game. I think Isabel Harrison had some good transition buckets. Probably Sabrina, like some good assists. So they had some really nice moments in transition. I'll give them that. Second chance points, 20 to 3. That's a huge difference. That's a huge difference, okay? And then we see the steals, 3 to 7, and personal fouls, 15 to 17. Why did the Minnesota Lynx win the game today? It's multiple things. When you got a player like Nafisa Collier, I mean, yeah, just let her do what she does. McBride really showed out today. You got Alana Smith and Bridger Carlton in double figures. And everyone else, you know, the bench, everybody else was able to do just enough in terms of sharing the basketball, you know, having the open pass, that UConn style of basketball. And that's why I like watching this team. So I thought generally it was good in regards to that. Had a decent shooting night, able to out-rebound them. We had some really good moments defensively with some steals, with some blocks, with putting pressure and everything. Not one of our best defensive games. I will say it was good defensively, probably more towards the second half, I would say, in this game. Not one of our better defensive games, but, you know, they'll pick it up next game. At least they should. And so, yeah, just able to score in a variety of ways, able to capitalize on the second chance points, on the turnovers. Like, these things are big. Of the fact that we just had more healthy personnel today. You know, Liberty doesn't have Stewie right now, so, you know, that's something that is going to hurt them as well. So you have that. And, yeah, I think there was just kind of, like, more energy. Like, the Liberty definitely responded because I have caught their last 2 games, the Dallas game and the Sparks game, and, you know, it kind of just felt like they didn't have enough energy. They definitely played with more energy today and everything. I think, you know, we just had a little bit more. We just had a little bit more to give. You got some better coaching with Cheryl Reeve and those things. So, yeah, we just did what we needed to do. We did what we needed to do, able to get some tough and ones, finish through contact. Having a better shooting day from the 3 as well certainly doesn't hurt. But this was an enjoyable game to watch. Always nice to see Fee do what she does. I will say that. Best player in the world, man. Now we look at the New York Liberty side. So Sabrina Ionescu finishes this game with 31 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 55% field goal percentage, 11 to 20 from the floor, 3 of 8 from the 3, 6 of 8 free throws, 1 turnover, and 65.9% true shooting. So I thought Sabrina played well. She had a lot of good plays, able to hit some threes. There was this one at the end. It was, like 30 seconds left in the game, something like that. I don't even know how she got that off. It didn't look like she had a whole lot of space for a clean look, but somehow she got it to go, hit right off the backboard and went in. So I thought that was a cool play. She had a block in this game that I forgot about. I had to watch the highlights to make this because this game felt longer to me than it was. I don't know, maybe because I was taking breaks, but I watched it. I was like, oh yeah, she had a block in this game too. Able to get some floaters to go, able to get some and ones to go. Like, you know, she was showing her back today. So I thought that she had a good game. I thought that she was enjoyable to watch today. She had some assists. Like, Sabrina really stuffed the stat sheet today. And another game where she goes off and they lose again. So I just know she pissed. Now we look at Natasha Cloud. So she finishes with 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 7 assists. She had 2 steals, 40% field goal percentage, 4 of 10 from the floor, 1 of 2 from the 3 of 4 free throws, and 51% true shooting. Not great for Natasha Cloud. I think this was better than the last game that I saw her in, because that Dallas game, it was not good, child. It was not good, child. And yeah, she is sick, so I'll try to give her a pass for that. I hope that she recovers. Not her best, at least she had 7 assists. At least she in double figures. It's just not efficient from the field. That's all. But, she still tried her best to contribute today. Now we look at Jonquil Jones. So she finishes with 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists. She had 1 block, 71.4% field goal percentage, 5 of 7 from the floor, 2 of 2 from the 3, 2 turnovers, and 85.7% true shooting percentage. So yeah, this is actually a good stat line for her and everything. I don't know. I guess she just wasn't as dominant this game as I would have expected. Like I said, I saw, Fee getting some buckets on her and everything like that. I don't know. Maybe I just felt like the energy wasn't there. I don't know what it is. Stewie's out, so I'm sure that her and Stewie have a lot of chemistry playing off of each other and all those things. I don't know. She set a lot of time for the third quarter and everything like that. So not a bad game. It's just not the dominance that I was expecting. Like, I don't know. I was expecting Jonquil Jones 20 ball. I don't know. Because whenever she be playing my Chicago Sky, she go hard as hell. She gonna get that block. She gonna go hard. So I don't know what it is. She's a solid player and everything like that. It's not an awful stat line. She was efficient from the field. I guess I was just expecting a little bit more. That's how I feel. I will look at everybody else from the Liberty. So Isabel Harrison, 17 minutes, 15 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 70% from the floor. I'll give her 7s today. Had some moments where she was able to finish at the rim. There was this one play where Natasha Cloud got the assist to her. Good finish. So yeah, she had a steal, able to go coast to coast. So she had some good plays today. Then we have Maureen Johannes, 31 minutes, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 50% from a field goal percentage. So yeah, I thought she had some good plays this game. There was this one play where Kayla McBride was like right near her and everything. She fakes like she was going to pass the ball or something. She gets a clear space. Boom, she hits the shot. And then she had this other one toward the end. So she had some good plays today. This is a good production. Then Leonie Fibich, 31 minutes, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists, 1 steal, 25% from the floor. Not good. Talbot, 18 minutes, 3 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, 16.7% field goal percentage. Gardner had no stats. Sherrod didn't play. Kennedy Burke is out. Sably is out. And Stewie is out as well. But why do I think that the New York Liberty will lose this game today? Well, they don't have Stewie, so I definitely think that that's hurting them. There has to be some fatigue there as well and everything. After the Dallas game, apparently they held a meeting and everything, and they trying. They're just going through it right now. But you know what? Today, they really tried their best. They responded. They kept it a close game till the end, really. They had a lot of good plays, a lot of good moments. So, you just see what happens. They said Stewie is to be out. They predict it, might be a few weeks and everything. It was something about a bone strain on her leg, I think, something like that. I probably said it wrong. But like a bruise, like that's what I meant. So she'll probably be out for a while. So, wishing her the best for her recovery, because one of the best players in the world. Okay, I never miss a Stewie highlight. I always say that. I always look forward to watching the Stewie highlight. So you have those things as well. And Liberty fans, you guys can let me know what you think these past few games and everything, because I'm an outside watcher. I do not watch every Liberty game. I don't know. This game, they definitely play with a lot more energy. It was a lot more fun. I think the Lynx are just the best closers in the league. When you hit better from 3, whenever, we just have more healthy personnel and everything. I think Cheryl Reeve probably a better coach. I don't know. It's just those things, making the high IQ plays, probably some better defense. And yeah, but they responded. They kept it entertaining for the most part, that I would say. So, I had fun today. I needed this after watching the Dallas Wings basketball game, because Crisco Clanis is a terrorist, and child, like, we sold. But yeah, I think this was entertaining. You guys can let me know down below in the comments what you think. What were your favorite plays from this game? Why do you think that the Lynx won this game? Why do you think New York lost? What are changes you would like to see in the starting lineup, in the coaching rotations? Let me know all those things. I definitely love to know. There's a lot of great plays this game, and hopefully I didn't forget anything. But yeah, let me know what you think below. But it was a good game.